Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about how to use your iPhone to learn the perfect impact position. Hey guys, before we dig into the content today, I want to talk to you about how I can help you guys get better at golf. I know a lot of you that aren't quite getting as good as you want, you're not getting as good as fast as you want to, and I can help you do that. You need to do two things. Number one, you need to work with me or someone like me to help you identify priorities, what you need to work on, in what order, and how to do them. And number two, you need feedback, whether that be a practice station, a video, a mirror, or a live view golf. For you to get to the next level, you need those two things. Coach like me to help you identify priorities, how to do them, and you need feedback. We developed CogornoGolf.com to do just that. We have a Facebook group where you can join, post your swings, and I guide you through that. You either need to do that or you need to work with a coach in person, come see me in person, do an online lesson, do something. But what's really minimally invasive is CogornoGolf.com. You post your swings up. I will identify priorities for you, okay? I will show you how to work on them. The link will be in the description down below. That will be a really good start. And then you still need the discipline to give yourself feedback. If you really want to accelerate your learning, do those two things. Check out the link in the description below and try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to stay, but at least give it a shot or work with someone to identify priorities. Check out the link in the description. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. All right, guys, so let's talk about how to use your iPhone to learn the perfect impact position. We've been talking about wrist angles a lot. Some of the feedback has been that you guys need more drills, so here we are doing more drills. So how to use your iPhone to learn the perfect impact position. What am I talking about here? I'm going to get right into it. If I take my setup position, I'm going to take my phone, okay, and I'm saying iPhone because I'm assuming it's almost 2019, and most of you guys have one of these, or a cell phone will work. I'm going to take my setup position like I would with a club, but instead, I'm going to put my iPhone here in my left hand or my lead hand. Now I'm putting the edge of the phone right about where my hands meet the meat of my hand here, and I'm going to hold it where there's a little bit of space between the phone and my left forearm. Now learning a perfect impact position to me has two parts to it. Number one, what do your arms and hands look like? That's what this is for first. And then second, what does your body look like? We're going to go over both of those. First, let's start with what do your arms and hands look like? What I want you to do here in the beginning, when you hold this, again, there's going to be a little bit of space here. I just have my fingers up through the phone. Part number one is I want you to take your left arm or lead arm, take it back to the point where it's even with your right thigh. There's still a little bit of space here between these two. And I want you to learn how to create lead wrist flexion or bowing. And how I want you to do it is start here, and by the time you get past your left leg, now the phone touches my forearm. So here's again going to be my setup. I'm going to go back to my right leg. There's still going to be a gap. From my right leg to past my left leg, I want that to start touching my forearm. Now the only way I can do that is if I take my left wrist and I flex it or I bow it. What that's going to turn into, and when I get to impact, is going to be shaft lean, is going to be solidness of contact, okay? So again, from here, I'm going to take my normal setup. I'm going to go back to my right leg. There's a little bit of space there, and I'm going to go through to my left leg. The first part of this, we're going to do this in kind of 3 to 4 parts. The first part of this is just you learning the flexion part. No body, no nothing else. It's just me going from here, learning the flexion. Going here to the flexion, okay? So more or less like I feel like I'm doing a forearm curl or curling my wrist underneath. That is part number one. Now, of course, if I did that with a club and I just did from here to here, here to here, I take the loft down, I'm going to hit it more solid, but most of you still need to learn to close the club face. And the club face needs to close some through the impact interval. No matter who you are, it needs to close to the impact interval. So if I'm back here and I get to this, I also need to learn to close the club face. I'm going to do that through supination. We're going to do that with our phone again. I'm back to my right thigh. So that's part one. Part two is I'm going to do the same movement. I got a little gap here. I'm closing it. But now I'm going to add a little bit of forearm turn, which is a little bit of supination. So when I did it the first time, you'll notice the screen of my phone was still pointed behind me. When I do it the second time, now the screen of the phone is pointed more or less at the camera. So when I get past impact past my left leg, If I did that with a club, my back of my hand and club face would be pointed basically straight behind me to the left. That would be very stock if you had a neutral grip, neutral swing direction. That's the part that I want to feel. Again, with a phone, little space here, part one, getting that onto my forearm, creating the flexion. Part two now, if I have my phone the right way, is I'm getting the phone to point to the screen. And again, if I put those things in here for a minute with a club, and I'm here, that's what that would look like. So I'm here, and then I'm here. I'm here, and then I'm here. That would be the beginning part. Now, before we hit balls, I want to start to add a little bit of turn, and then we'll hit some shots. So that would be the arm part. And then like we said, you have to have a body rotation part with it, not just that. So how do we start to do that? I'm going to put my phone back in, start at my right thigh, little space. I'm going to take the space out with a little bit of turn. So I'm feeling flexion, supination. And now I'm going to feel my left hip, my left shoulder, my left side of my body start to turn with it. Turn with it. Now I'm not going forward like this. I'm here and I'm going to turn. I'm going to turn. So my left hip is getting out of the way with that same feeling of flexion and supination with my phone. So I put that down. I'm going to do the same thing with a club here. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to feel this. I'm going to feel this. This. And at this point, we're going to probably start to introduce hitting the ball here. So I'm going to put this in. I'm going to gain those same feels, and I'm going to just hit with that feeling. Flexion, supination, and a little bit of body turn. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. And when you do it, the whole point of this is that your compression should feel a lot better than normal. And that's just to get a first start. Then what I would do is probably do like 2 to 3 reps just to gain a feel. So I'm feeling here, against my forearm, screen to the camera, a little bit of body turn, and then I'll pop that back down, and I'll try and replicate the same feels with a club. I'm probably doing 2, 3, 4 rehearsals in one hit. You know, a lot of you guys want to do like 1 rehearsal, 5 hits. I do the opposite, a bunch of rehearsals and then 1 hit. And the last part of this that I would do here is instead of me just feeling that I'm starting the rotation, I also want you to feel that your right side turns through and you get all the way finished like we want. When we talk about a finished position, I talk all the time about I want your knees, hips, body all the way turned towards the target. That's part 4 of this. So I would take that phone back in and feel that. I'm here and I'm all the way through. So my wrist conditions, right, are doing this. I'm going from here to here. I'm adding supination, I'm adding left hip turn, and now I'm finishing all the way through. That's the last part. So by the time I get done, I still have my wrist conditions. This is still pointed this way. I've still turned, but now I'm all the way on my lead foot, and I'm turned fully. And then I would hit a series of shots with that same piece, and then you can gradually take that into your full swing, those same feels. Let's go ahead and hit one like that. Good. And that would be the beginning part of learning a tour-like impact. It's arms and hands and body, right? So it's one part arms and hands, the second part is the body. Learn it through your iPhone. You can do that anywhere, at the range, at home, put a golf ball in, get some reps with that, do a bunch of rehearsals, 2, 3, 4, and then hit the ball with it. So that's how I learned the impact position. If you guys have any questions, leave us a comment down below. Hey guys, if you liked today's video, please click the like button down below. Click the notification bell if you haven't. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. Another quick reminder, CogornoGolf.com is up and live. The link is in the description down below. Thank you guys.